Welcome to Not Imagine, a podcast with Miles Jones
and Kalia Aaron, where we discuss the importance of growing while experiencing life challenges, healing, intent, alignment, and purpose.
Wow, this could really be something big.
Not imagine? Knowing you might find someone to replace me.
Not imagine? Huge to me. Seeing you juggle those things, like I've seen you juggle those things, it's like just huge to see you get it all done. So seeing you do that and get it all done is just like, there's no way she can't just, do a podcast.
Is that right?
Right. This is. She can do this. So I just wanted to thank you for coming on this journey with me. For real.
Of course. I'm down for the ride. I'm down. So, a part of, there's this meme that I see on Instagram. I think it's called, not called, but I think it goes something like, every time me and my friends hang out, little do they know like they're healing me. Have you seen that?
Oh, no, I've never seen that, but that sounds crazy. I can see it as possible.
So I was thinking back, like when we talk about our friendship and stuff like that, and not even just our one-on-one friendship, but like the friendship that we have with our other friends.
Yeah, for sure.
I was just thinking back to the times like where we'll go to the city, go for those walks, or even go to the bar, or even go to like a diner and shit
For sure.
that, and have those conversations. I feel like I don't think it was much healing for the men because it was always a way for you all to kind of like drill us on how we're handling our situations and stuff like that. And I feel like that's low-key was a way of y'all, I don't want to say healing all the way, but some form of it, like the beginning of it. Obviously, the first part I think in healing is recognizing that there's an issue.
Right, for sure.
Acknowledgement and stuff like that.
For sure.
So I feel like you guys did a good job at helping us realize that we were in some pretty bullshit situation.
Oh, for sure. We were pretty nice of that.
But the reason why I bring it up is because that was like a thing amongst us as a friends group. We always did that. That was our thing. We would always link up to talk about our problems, like the female problems that we had with other men or whatever the case may be. Y'all will, do what y'all do.
I think I have a very small tolerance for small talk. I have a very small tolerance for like surface level things. So it's like when we do link up, it's like, yo, what's going on? Like,
I think it's something that we can all agree on. We all kind of like just want to go straight for the
let's get to it. What's going on? Like, now what's really going on? I don't like those relationships because I feel like I don't even talk to a lot of people, if that makes any sense, as far as like how what's going on with me and something like that. So it's like, if I'm around people and we're constantly talking about surface level, I know I would, like, we're friends, but it's like it's a certain level of friendship I have to hold you to.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, even recently, even before we started this, like, going on this journey, like, I know it's been days when I was just been out, and I would literally hit you up, because, like, if I'm about to go on this journey with you, like, you should know where my head is. Like, so I've hit you up recently. We've just gone, we walked the bridge and we'll just chop it up.
Yeah.
Because just I would want you to know where I'm at before we head into anything we're about to do. So,
no, that's true. Lately, we have been talking about a lot of shit.
Yeah,
like, a lot of shit.
And even before that.
I'm low-key grateful for that because I see you in a different light.
Oh.
Not in a bad way, but in a way that you're human too. Because before, it was like the guys never spoke about their side. You know, what they go through or how they may feel or how, females might trigger them or, we never spoke about y'all in that sense.
Right.
And then when you open those doors, it just made me feel like, I don't know, I felt like more of a way to connect.
Yeah, I can see that. And I wanted that. And honestly, like I said, it was very helpful for me. I know it was days where I was just like, I don't know what it was, but my mind told me to hit Kalia up. I don't know what it was. And it was the right call. We've had, like, I was really in a rough spot. It was like, it was the right call.
No, I agree. I feel like you give the perfect, I guess, level of realness and, like, compassion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not too rough and make me feel like if I'm feeling bad, he's going to make me feel worse.
Yeah,
It's not one of those. Somebody else may do that, but... but I didn't feel like, I don't want to call him because he's going to make me feel worse about myself. It was just like, it's like a perfect balance. And you're very much one of those people who, like, I mean, you know what to do, but until you're ready to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Especially all my female friends, they know, like, don't come to me with guy stuff, because it's just going to be like, yo, bro, like, I'm going to tell you how you're supposed to be treated. I'm going to tell you what you're worth. I'm going to tell you what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to tell you that's not right. But at the end of the day, bro, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah, like, rock out till you're ready.
Yeah, when you're ready, we can really talk. I'm going to tell you how it's supposed to be right now, but I know you're not going nowhere. Honestly, I'm going to push you even towards him even more. Like, I'm a big believer of, go ahead, because you're not going to...
Nobody walking away prematurely.
No, because it's a waste of time. You walk away, He sent the eyes. Now you back in. I don't got time for that.
It's that simple.
Yes,
That's
I'd rather you stay there so you know, like, it just irks your stomach to even be in this position anymore. You're ready to go then.
That takes a long time, though. That's the thing.
I'm here. Go ahead, rock out.
It don't happen that easily. But aside from that, like even aside from male and female problems,
Yeah, for sure.
we've spoken about a lot of stuff lately.
Yes,
We spoke about parents. We spoke about like how that trauma, took it down to us.
yes,
We spoken about like success, what we want that to look like.
yes,
How much pressure we low key put on ourselves.
yes.
So it's been a lot lately, and I'm definitely grateful for it.
Nah, it's great to like our dynamic and our friendship is great to unpack it. Because I've always never understood the idea of like, I know I hear it. Men and women, like, they can't just be friends, but it's just like, bro, me personally, I've had more relationships with women, like, of substance than I've had with men, because it's hard to take men there. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be, everything's supposed to be a joke. Everything's supposed to be about, right.
And bullshit, yeah.
So it's hard for me to go there. Like, now I've grown to a point in my life where it's just like, I don't even let any of my friends, like, we're not going to do that. Like, what's going on, bro? Like where you headed, what you trying to do right now? It's like, all my male friends now know we're talking about what you got going on next, how you emotionally feeling, because it's like we feel stuff too. So
I get it. A lot of men don't have the space to be vulnerable with
Right.
other men.
right, for sure, it's a weird space, but it's like I like to force it there. Like even me, I'd be surprised sometimes when I'll hear some of the guys tell me some of the things like, whoa, that's deep. Like damn, I'm grateful that you feel like you could come to me with that, but it's just like.
Yeah.
Men, we don't usually do that. I know me for a long time I didn't do that. Like if it wasn't for music, I probably would have never thought feeling certain things were okay, because we were taught that, when we were younger, especially when I was younger, everything was MOB.
Wait.
Everybody had MOB tests, everything.
I have a question about that.
What?
What exactly do you mean by we were taught that? Like, in what way were you actually taught that? Were you literally taught that, or was it just like a status quo, like an unspoken thing? Like, you know what I
The
mean?
shows we watched, the songs we listened to,
Okay, like that, but not
our peers, the people that were older than us that we watched around me, like our mentors or stuff like that. Maybe not mentors, but the people we looked up to, like
I don't agree with that.
there was MOB tats on guys.
I don't agree
Like
with that.
at a young age, like right now, there's some old ass man with a money over bitches
I
tat
don't,
on.
I don't care. I don't.
Like
I
that's
don't
what we
agree
were.
with
That's
that.
what we were taught. Like
That's not
our
being
music
taught,
was
though.
like.
That's not being taught.
What do you mean? Who else was gonna teach us?
That's not a way of teaching, though. Just because it's around you don't mean it's being taught to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's indirect.
What's the easiest way for you to learn something or experience
I guess
something?
everybody's different. Everybody gets
I mean,
they learn differently.
if I hear
If you
this,
asked me that question, I would say no. So I
what you mean?
I-
In what sense?
Like, if someone asked me, was I taught something and it wasn't directly taught to me, I would say no. Just because it's around me doesn't mean that it's being taught to me. You see what I'm saying?
But okay, but there's a difference between the things that women are taught and the things that men taught.
Once
Men-
again, what were women taught? Or was
How to
it
be
just
women.
around- How? In what
But
way?
you have moms, you have other women in this world. Men, we're taught to be men by, music, our surroundings, the people that we weren't really taught to really be men. Even
You
the men
weren't taught.
that
That's the problem.
even
That's
the-
what it sounds like. It
No.
just sounds like there was no teaching being done, and so you picked up on
the
whatever
things
was around
that
you.
we were taught to be a man weren't actually beneficial for us in the long run. So we were taught to be men. What we were taught is not beneficial. The men that were teaching us weren't even in a great predicament to teach us how to be men. But those are the things they taught us, and we just like, hey, that look cool. I mean, you got a watch, you got the car, you got the money. This shit might be it. But he may be also going to be miserable.
Just influence. That's all.
Yes,
Sounds
and it's
like
huge. And we don't really have a place or somewhere to really go to just be like, that's like I said, my manners and stuff, like I know my mom and stuff like that, but a lot of it came from TV. A lot of it, like, I learned that, I didn't learn it from my actual, I could count on my hand the amount of men mentors I have.
I'm sorry.
Like there's men I can look up to, I have like on my hand.
All right, so
And some of them are celebrities, like it's not even like,
I really want to know
what?
more about that.
What?
We are in a room with nothing but men. I'm like the only female. So
Right.
Can you guys give me some insight? I want to know if y'all on my side with this.
I agree with mine.
Really? So you was not taught anything, and everything was just influence based, and you just went with the flow.
Yeah.
Who was gonna teach us?
If I got taught anything, it was from people like friends that I really respect as men.
So
Yeah,
for
just to
friends.
piggyback off that, it's a respect thing too. I can't really listen to somebody I don't respect. Even if that's somebody in my family.
And I tell you that.
I think, okay.
So he says it's
I
somebody
feel
that
like
you're
men-
supposed to respect. And I always told you, it's hard for me to get advice from somebody that doesn't have the life I want. You don't
Right.
have anything I want, or you haven't experienced something that I'm
Okay.
trying to get through. It's like,
So,
if you
okay,
don't
so let's
I
use
can't
that.
take it.
Let's use that. Whoever you were listening to, or
Right.
whoever you were influenced by, what
Right.
did they have that you wanted at that time?
I don't want to go through this. Is so corny, but like,
I want you to walk through.
like
the
even
corny
like,
bits. I want you to walk through it.
so like, okay, so you watch chick flicks. There's a way how men treat their women in chick flicks eventually. Like that the way they treat a woman. I learned that from like in
Okay.
movies and stuff like that.
Okay, okay.
Or like I know, like I said, I don't even want to start the podcast with like this. Even like Drake's. When I was a young kid, Drake's music, his music taught me how to be like caring and having feelings were okay.
Wow.
His music taught me that. He made it cool to like care, and it didn't have to be in like a R&B sense. He can rap, and it's like, nah,
Okay, I
that
can
girl hurt
understand
me, and I
that.
feel that. Like,
I
you know what I
can
mean?
understand that.
So it's like I that's what I learned from. That's where I picked it up from. But it's like, what about everybody else? So like,
No, I feel like a lot of dudes would agree with you, and the reason why I'm asking you this and I'm going through it with like a fine tooth comb is because I can't resonate with that, and I don't know if other females learn the same way how you guys learn, but I feel like I didn't learn anything through like the media or any type of like influence. If anything, the only thing I believe I got from other people was what not to do, not what to do.
yes, that too. I got that
So
from
I don't, and if I'm being honest, I don't even know how I learned to do the right things. Honestly, I don't know what motivated me to do quote unquote the right things. I don't, because I never had nobody saying, "Oh, make sure you do this," and "Oh, make." The only thing my family taught me as a girl growing up was to not have sex. Literally, as
Yeah.
long as I wasn't having sex, I was good. That's literally
The
it.
last thing we need to do is to bring another one of you. So
But that's
focus
all
up.
that I was taught. That's the
I
only
get
thing
it.
my grandmother drilled in my head. My
Right.
mother drilled, stay away from boys, don't sit on men's lap, little things like that. But in
Yeah.
terms of how to be a female and all, no, I don't know. I feel like I just learned that through like life experiences.
Because you're also touching something that's also. It depends on if. Okay.
And
The-
like I said, some people are influenced by the media and other,
Right.
but I just wasn't one of those people. To this day, I feel like little things I see on TV, it don't really move me.
But you also weren't experiencing that. You also wasn't put in a. You weren't in an environment where the things you saw in movies you saw in your real life. If that makes any sense. I feel like when the mom and dad aren't there, especially for single moms who do a great job, there's a tough balance a single mom has to have. Honestly, single moms, and they raising women, they're gonna teach their daughters how to survive.
Oh God.
It's not gonna be.
Here
It's
we
not.
go.
The woman stuff, yes. Eventually, hopefully, they'll learn it. But most single moms, they're survivors. There are these strong ass women that's just like. You know what I mean? Like.
No, Miles, you just played right into some shit like.
Like
seriously.
it's. You're not gonna worry about a roof over your head. You're not gonna worry about how to cook. You're not gonna worry about how to like sew your clothes. You're not gonna worry about how to take care of your siblings if you have, or a man. You're not gonna worry about those things. But as far as like being a woman, being in your feminine energy, you may not learn that from a single mom. You may not, because she has a
She
thin
didn't have
line.
time to do that.
She
Yeah.
can't. I can't teach you how to be a woman and teach you how to survive if you be in this feminine way and a man fucks you over. I can't teach you how to do both. So if I can make you as strong as possible, if I can teach you how to be as strong as possible, no man could really break you. But then now with that effect, it's like you survive. You can be very successful. But then no man ever gets through that wall.
This is a whole nother.
I'm just saying, like it's tough.
It is.
It's tough.
It is
So
tough.
I always say, a mom's job is to teach the daughter how to be a woman, and dad's job is to teach them how to love, like, and vice versa for a man. The dad is supposed to teach him how to be a man, and the mom's supposed to teach him how to love. So without that balance, one parent has to like walk a tightrope, and a kid's gonna get either more of each side, and it kind of not scars them, but it kind of puts them at a disadvantage going forward in life, because you couldn't get the best of both worlds.
That's deep. You know, I'm just sitting here thinking about everything you say because you're playing right into my situation. Like,
I don't like to cut deep. I don't like to cut deep.
I mean, it is what it is.
But Yeah, it's just different.
It's hard because we all go through life, at the beginning stages or whatever, and then when you get to a place when you're aware of who you are and what
For
you
sure.
have going on and all that other stuff, it's
sure.
like it's your job to undo or redo
Oh
all
my
the stuff
God.
that you've been through and
Oh
what
my
you
God.
like. That's your job. It's, even though other people put you through it,
Yes.
it's your job to figure it out,
Yes.
and that shit is crazy.
Like even for me, like I said the other day, I told you, I think we were talking the other day when I was talking to somebody and we brought up like my childhood and stuff. I told you I forgot that I lived in a shelter. Like I forgot all about it. And when we discussed it, it made me realize why I never went for certain things in life.
Like what?
Like I never had the idea of going for the things I went for now when I was a kid because as a child I didn't want to ask for anything. We were in the shelter, like you don't ask for anything. You like, it's not like my mom would have said no or she would have busted her butt to get it. It was just like, why would you even think to ask you? You're barely got this. Why would you know what I mean? Like we come from picking whether you want to use underwear or a wife beater to wash at night. So it's like, I couldn't think of anything to want. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So now I go through life like, I just wanna make it.
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot for here.
The
Like
bare minimum.
I never wanted to ask for anything. I never wanted to go for anything. I was just trying to. So do I ask for anything? Do I go for this?
That low key sounds like a form of like survival mode too. Like,
But it's like, probably yes. Because even with my mom. But here's the thing with my mom. It just magically, I was lucky that it works out for me. The things that my mom didn't give me, as far as like affection and stuff like that, or when I do something that's celebratory or something like that, it's like love and affection and stuff like that. But I never got it from my mom. So usually I feel like with whatever you don't get from your parents, you go out and look for it in a partner, as far as love language and stuff like that. So because my mom's not affectionate, I'm a very affectionate person. But it's like for women are naturally, you guys have that. So what I'm going out to the words for, it's like most women can provide it.
yeah.
So the things my mom didn't provide for me, it's like it's just not something that you guys are like compared to vice versa.
Yeah.
What your parents showed you. So now what you go out in the world and want from a guy, we were never taught it.
Yeah.
We were never taught it.
I was just talking about that one of my friends with the affection thing.
Yeah.
I feel like
Mhm.
once again I feel like
Yeah.
it,
Oh, yeah,
that don't mean it's the truth.
For sure.
But I feel like
Thank
I
you for
grew
putting
up,
that out
I
there.
grew up with lack of affection.
Right.
And love and affection is two different things.
Yes.
So the affection is the hugs and the kisses and all that stuff. I feel like I grew up with a lack of that.
Right.
So in like relationships and navigating, the space with men,
Right.
I feel like I didn't need it, low key. So I feel like the opposite was on me. I felt like because I didn't have it, I didn't know what it was like, so I never craved it. You see what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
And
Okay.
so one of my friends, she felt the same way. Like, I don't need that. Like, it's no big deal to her. Until you're exposed to it and you see what it's like, then you're like, might be onto something. Like, you start feeling like, I like this. I want
Yes.
this. And that recently happened for me. I'm 27 and I'm now starting to require affection from somebody.
That's huge.
That is huge.
I've heard that a lot. I've talked to women. I've heard them say, "Yeah, I'm not really for all that physical affection stuff." But then, like, we get to a couple like months in, and it's just like, oh, let's see it over there.
You're
Like,
like, why you not touching me? You be a little closer. Like, you want more of that.
no, it's like they're like on my arm, like their physical attention, like
That's what I'm
now.
saying, like, they want more of it now.
Right. Once
Yeah.
they're exposed to it, it's different. So sometimes people say, I don't want. You weren't exposed to it.
Yeah.
You don't really know.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's
Exactly.
okay that you don't know, but your job is to be aware of what you don't know. In everything in life, your job is to be aware of what's going on with you, the things that have hurt you. If you're aware of those things and you discuss with your partner or your friends, it gets you further than just acting like you got it. You walk around saying you all like affection, now somebody's still not giving you affection, there'll always be an emptiness in your relationship.
Yeah.
This whole time you don't know affection. Not like you don't like it, you just don't know it.
Yeah, yeah. And I was really that person who would just walk around and be like, yeah, I'm cool off that. Like, that's not one of my requirements. I really thought that was, no, seriously. And I was okay with it. I really was okay with it until I was exposed to it. And I was like, damn, I kind of like this a lot. Like, I need this now. So it's crazy.
Do you have do you know like the love languages that you like now? Are you like aware of them? Even though I feel like you guys like all five, but
Well,
like
I agree that I do think that we all like all five, but someone asked me that before, and I'll say the same thing again. I think it depends on my situation.
right,
So, acts of service used to be high on my priority list.
right,
But to me, I think I would require that if I'm in the same household with somebody. Like if we're sharing the same household,
Yes. Okay.
I would need you to do a little bit more in terms of acts of service to
Mhm.
make my life a little bit easier. But if I have a partner, we're not living in the same household, I mean,
Right.
I'm probably gonna prioritize something else over acts of service.
But can I ask you, is it still like because of that dynamic? Because what if it's like you have dry cleaning or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you have grocery shopping or something like that. Maybe your situation, if you guys are both not in the same household, maybe it doesn't require it. But what if you weren't exposed to things like, hey, I'm gonna pick up your dry cleaning for you?
You might
Hey.
be doing something. No,
So
you
I'm
might, no,
sa-
you might
so
be doing
again, it's
something.
like-
because automatically not being in the same household as a man, my mind automatically checks out certain things.
Okay.
I'm already taking care of X, Y, and Z.
Right.
I wouldn't. I'm not a person to ask for things. So
Right, okay.
I'm by nature, I'm not gonna turn and say, hey, can you?
Right.
And if you don't do it, then it's kind of like, no big deal. Nobody talks about it. I can't see me struggling and not helping because you're not there in the household with me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's when it becomes a problem for me. When you see me struggling, you
Right.
see me doing a lot, and you're not helping. That's what bothers me. But if you're not there for me to see
Right.
me struggle,
Yes.
then it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. But like you said, it could be lack of exposure. Maybe if somebody did some shit for me when I didn't ask, and we live in two different houses, that would probably blow my mind. So-
Right. This is what I'm saying. 'Cause I think,
Right.
especially for moms, I think you guys automatically just go with the whole acts of service thing. You guys do a lot, so it's like
Because
anybody.
if you make somebody's life easier, it just means so much. Like
Yeah,
you
for
thought
sure.
about me on a different level.
For sure.
So
for sure.
it just means a lot.
For sure.
So maybe I don't know. Maybe acts of service is top of the list. I mean, even though I think I'm definitely in the physical touch realm, 100%.
And it's crazy. Come on, somebody that is, I don't want physical touch. I don't want physical touch. For it to be top, it's just like.
Yeah,
And I wonder,
if
is
I'm not
it?
being touched, I start to get attitude now.
But now I wonder, is it just top because of something that you're newly exposed to?
Might be. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. I don't think anything is set in stone here.
And I think that's huge. That's always one thing I admired about you. You don't have like, how do I say it? You have do's and don'ts, but you don't have anything that's gonna put you out of your way of not receiving somebody. If that makes any sense.
Because everybody is different.
Yes.
And everybody have different things to like offer and stuff like that. So it's kind of like I feel like you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you did something like that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I hate those do's and don'ts because
You gotta
honestly,
be
everybody's different.
open-minded. You gotta be open-minded. Got to be.
That's true.
Got to.
That's a good one.
You gotta be open-minded. Nobody is above you or beneath you. It
For sure.
don't really work like that.
And you've always been like that. And I think I remember for it was a while. It was a joke test like, yo, you putting up with some shit. But after a while, it's just because now I start. Now
Y'all
like
just give me hell more, I swear.
now like I get it. I get the idea of that because it's just like you honestly don't know what somebody can bring you.
You don't.
You don't.
And I mean, now as like we're getting older, and I know people who are older than us,
Right.
when it comes down to this whole relationship shit, it's like a lot of people have the hard do's and don'ts. If you
Right.
don't bring this to the table, I'm not compromising.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You have to check these boxes and all this other stuff. And the thing is, that's fine and all. Somebody can check all the boxes, but it's just like when you get that, is that what you really want? Like,
No.
Is that what you really want? Somebody who could just perfectly fit in these boxes? People don't work like that.
Yeah.
They don't work like that. You have to have room for compromising. Somebody can have this and not have that. So I feel like as we're getting older, you learn that. You learn to maneuver that space a little bit better. And don't get me wrong, it's hard.
Yes.
Because once you've been through things and you've experienced certain things, it's like that kind of fucked me up. I don't want to go back to that.
Right.
Somebody could come and trigger those same emotions, but maybe they didn't mean it. They didn't have the same intent. Maybe they're just being human. You gotta
Yes.
kind of decipher,
Yes.
you know, like
That's
how
true.
to navigate that. And
That's very healthy.
it's hard, but I think that's just like the bravery in entering the situation. But you know, it's
Yes.
you gotta be brave to enter something that has burnt you in the past.
Because that's different. That's what I'm saying. Like, because that love thing is different.
Definitely.
It can be this. It can be this precious thing, like all the way up there, like this thing
Yeah,
that's just
it could take you very
untouchable.
low,
It's
too.
just like it's very high. Like you can't put a price on it. This big thing, and at the same time, it can also put you like at the bottom, and it's just like it gives you. It's cringy after a while. It's just like,
Yeah,
but to be brave enough to try again is huge.
yeah.
It's huge, and I think I always want to be brave enough to try again.
I think I will always be brave to try again.
That's the one thing we have to. We both love love.
Yeah.
We
real
both love
bad.
love. Real bad. Real bad.
Real bad. I think I'll always be brave enough to try again. I don't know why. I think that like if I had trust issues, let's just say
Mm-hmm.
if I'm a person who had trust issues with relationships,
Mhm.
my trust issues will always be tied to that person and not just in general.
Wow, that's
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
mature of you.
So like if one person hurt me, let's say one person cheated on me,
Right.
I'm not gonna go into the next relationship not trusting another person because the last person cheated on me.
yeah.
I don't trust that person, and I probably won't ever trust that person again.
No, for sure.
For those reasons, but I won't not trust the next person for those same reasons. That person gonna have to do it to me for me to not trust them. Like I have to feel it. Unfortunately, I have to go through it. I have
That's
to.
good.
I have to.
It's tough, but that's good.
It's not like a blanket statement. Like I don't trust any nigga. Like
Yeah.
not like that. I don't trust this specific person because they did this, and I don't trust that one because he did that, and like that. But everybody has a shot to probably fuck my trust up.
Nah, I
You
feel
can
you.
have a shot. You can
I
have
feel
a
you.
shot at it.
I don't really have the space. Like, I don't have the time, the energy to like. I feel like people gonna do what they want to do. My biggest thing is I want you to do what you want to do. So if it's here with me, cool. But if it's over there, let me know and go do that.
I agree
That's
with
why
you.
I don't. That's why I literally I hate cheating. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Because you could have left. That's what I
Yeah.
got. You could have left. So I don't know.
I actually would like to talk to a cheater, like one who could be honest, like who could. No, for real. I'm serious.
What do you want to know
Because a
from?
lot of cheaters be lying, but I want to talk to a cheater who's very honest, like real blunt about why it is that they do what they do. And of course, you have different types of cheaters. I don't think you agree with that statement.
What?
But like, 'cause you got chronic cheaters who just want to cheat. Like
Mhm.
then there's cheaters who make like a mistake and they never cheat again. Or there's guys who cheat on certain girls, but not all. So like, there's different cheaters out there.
I think in all cheating, there's something either wrong in a relationship or there's something wrong personally. So whatever's wrong in a relationship, you could have told me.
I think it's always something personal.
No, because
Because you're making a personal
Yes.
decision to not disclose what's going on in the relationship.
You're right. You're
I
absolutely
think
right.
it's always personal.
So it is always personal. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So yes. So with a cheater, I feel like they have things going on with them. So, and also to me, it means that this wasn't really as solid as we proclaimed it to be.
And I think that's what hurts the most.
I can see that.
That's what hurts the most.
I can see that.
Cause you gotta cheat,
Yeah.
then you gotta lie, then
Yeah.
you gotta smile in my face. That's
Yeah.
that kills me.
From the moment you decided to cheat, you decided you didn't want here. That's my thing. So like the moment you decided you didn't want here, why didn't you just tell me? That's my thing.
I just can't speak on cheating because I've never cheated before. I've never cheated before, and I don't know the thought process. I'm way too afraid to cheat. I'm afraid to ruin what I got. And the fact that niggas don't have that in them, I don't know if it's me just feeling too hard or it's just like.
I can see where you're going because this is what I'm saying. It's definitely what you're feeling right now. It's a little bit of that.
But a lot of guys
What?
say that it's not the same for men and women. So it's another thing that I don't. I'm a female, so I could understand that guys are physical creatures.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. I get that and all, but after you was physical, like you couldn't tell me, like you couldn't.
No.
What you mean no? This is the whole part of having your cake and eating it too. Like
Yes.
if you so much of a man, be a man and profess to what you did. Say what you did. Like,
I would rather be a man than tell you first than tell you after, to be honest with you.
That's
just me personally.
Most of them don't.
I think I would rather tell you, like, hey, this is not working, and go do what I'm going to do, than go do what I'm doing, then come back.
But that's the thing. Some of them don't feel like it's not working. They just want to see what that box hit on.
So,
It's not going
so
on
there's
at all.
also a
They
thing
just-
where we automatically have those feelings to want to do something with any woman, right? But we should all have self-control. We should all have it in our mind that what we have at home is way more important than this could ever be.
Right.
So if we don't have that, if I don't have that, this is what I'm saying. Like my wife, like I want to like adore her from head to toe, so that I know that if I come in a situation like that, I value this over this regardless. So what if?
Miles, I feel like why do you adore your wife or not? I don't think you're a cheater. I don't think.
Who, me?
Yeah. Have you cheated before?
No, but only because if I'm in something like that serious, I adore it. Once I'm in love or like I'm in a relationship with somebody, you're here. I don't care who's around me. I don't care who I know. I don't care what I'm exposed to. You're here. Everything is here. Even when I'm around my female friends or around females, it's you. Like I've been in a relationship, your face is all over my phone. It's like you're here. So it's like No, me personally, I don't cheat because once I commit, it's like I'm committing for a reason.
Gotcha.
I don't commit to
You can commit with intent.
with intent. Intent, you know, intent is my word
Yeah,
recently.
that's
I
your
love
word.
intent. I love intent. Intent is our, so I'm intentional about that. So it's like if I'm here, I'm really here. So no, I don't cheat. I don't cheat also because I feel like I could have left. Or there's so many steps. Cheating don't just happen. Oh, no, I'm cheating today. Like,
It can.
Or
It
no,
can.
there's something in there that happened before. There's something else in there. Hey, I don't look at her the same. Hey, you've been talking to me like this recently. Hey, I haven't felt this close.
I don't
Cheating
think-
don't
I
just
don't
be.
think it's 100%
We don't have a
always that.
magical vacation, had a magical night. Next time I'm in the club. No, I'm gonna try this girl.
I don't think
No way.
I don't think that it's.
Okay.
I think it goes both ways. In some situations, yes,
hmm
I agree with what you're saying. But in other situations, sometimes it can literally just happen.
And you don't think there's anything else involved
Like,
in this relationship? You think you could be in the happiest relationship and the man could go out and just cheat?
let's say, I don't know. Let's just say you in a good relationship,
Right.
you're happy.
Mhm.
You go out with your fellas or something.
hmm
You get drunk,
hmm
and before you know it, like somebody is on you. I think that
That's rape. That's
a
not like
thing.
rape. That sound like I was somebody put something in my cup and we getting Dahmerish.
I mean, but if you're not pushing her off, I mean, is it really right?
If I'm inebriated
if
to the
you-
point
if
where
you-
I can't
If
know
you're
what's
under, okay, fine, whatever. We're not here to talk about the definition of rape, but what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that. Okay.
I'm just
saying
saying.
you think it's possible to be in a great healthy relationship with somebody. You guys are good communicating.
Don't
have-
ask me. Ask your friends. Y'all think that's possible?
What? Being in a
To be in a healthy
Healthy,
relationship,
happy
and
relationship,
still,
but then
and
go
still
out the
cheat.
next-
It still
then-
happened to cheat by mistake, by accident. Okay, he says yes. He
I
says yes. He look like he did
don't
it before.
No way.
Yeah.
It's no way you can be in that good space with somebody at home and then go. I don't see it.
Don't look. Ask them how they did it, because
Y'all really think
they
so? Y'all-
agree.
You could be.
I like his angle because
I like his angle too,
all of
but
his angle to me is like it's some psychotic shit going on. But
Okay.
it's some wild shit going on. That we just in the spot happy about like we up.
We good.
And you just gonna leave and violate
Right.
what we got from. That's wild. So I get what he's saying.
Listen, I'm a female, and I'm just trying to be realistic
How about
about certain situations. I agree with y'all 100%, but I do feel like sometimes people can get caught up.
How about this? If you do that, you should see a psych. Because clearly something. It's not even about the relationship no more. You got other things going
I
on.
keep telling you, cheating is always personal. It's always personal.
It's always.
Sometimes
It's
yes.
always
Always.
personal.
It gotta be.
It
But
is.
At that point, it's like, bro, like you're bugging.
Yeah, no.
I don't even want to be around nobody like that. Like I don't want to have friends that like yo. I leave because all of my friends, whoever their females are, I automatically cis. Everything is system up. Like
And
everything
that's
is my
why a
system.
lot of females don't trust niggas' male friends.
If I'm not
Because
but
you gonna
my-
sit there, if my nigga gonna be cheating on me, you gonna know about it. You're
if
not
he
gonna
do
tell
that,
me.
I'm gonna be appalled.
But you're not gonna say
Like,
But
bro,
you're not gonna say nothing.
y'all was just locked yo, for real.
But you're not gonna say nothing. That's the thing.
I'm not gonna say
Of
nothing.
course you're not.
Why would I say something to you? Like
I
it's
thought I
sis and
was
all,
sis.
but you sis and law kind of like. It's an in-law in there. Like,
This is what I'm talking about.
It's
This is
like-
why you gotta keep niggas at a distance.
for me to see that, it's like, what? Nah, bro, you're tweaking, bro. Like you got that at home, you doing that?
Let me tell you something. A lot of men.
That's personal, though. That's personal,
We
though.
just spoke about men not being able to talk, not being able to be vulnerable. A lot of men are fighting demons. Okay.
Devil's advocate. Do you blame the relationship for that because you haven't developed the space enough for him to be that?
Well, whether we're in a space for this man to be vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
that don't mean that we're tackling his demons. His demons is probably gonna cut a lot deeper than him just being vulnerable with me. That's trauma that he gotta unpack.
See, I should have never gotten a relationship. Like,
Remember you just told me some people can't heal alone?
I did that. I did see Tyree say that, and I
Oh,
love
you
that.
did.
But it's like healing. There's a stage to healing. Like sometimes, okay. How about this?
Wait,
There's.
do you think people should heal alone?
So the question is, do you think people should heal alone? I
think it depends on the
personally
person.
always used to think like I should, but at the same time, it's like. So here's my stages to it. This is what I was trying to say just now. You see how we're aware about things?
Mm-hmm.
What if picking up the pieces is a stage? Like, what if putting a puzzle together? What if healing's the glue, right?
Mm-hmm.
But picking up the pieces is like a stage before that. So it's like, I picked up all these pieces.
I understand what you're saying.
So
you
what if
talk
I'm
about
not
the
aware
whole-
that,
oh,
hey, I got that
exactly.
piece on the floor?
Yeah.
Or that piece over there. So if I haven't picked those up,
You gotta go back. Like,
so healing stage is probably not. It's probably okay to not be alone during the healing stage. But if you haven't picked up all the pieces, you should be
got a
alone.
lot of work to-
Because
got a lot
you don't
of
even
work
know
to
something
do.
wrong.
Me personally,
Stay
I
aware.
think that being aware is so important.
It's very important.
It's so important.
Very
I think it's another stage after being aware though. It's some form of commitment that you make with yourself that I'm going to fix this by any means necessary.
Accountability, yeah.
While I'm with somebody or I'm not with somebody, I'm gonna work through this for me, not for them, not for this relationship, for me.
That's huge.
That part right there, I think, is so important.
That's huge.
Because if you don't have that part, you're a lost soul. Yeah, you know it. A lot of people know about things that they are dealing with. You may not know about it, but they know it. And then they just, yeah, I got this problem, but I'm just roaming around the world. Like, I'm just winging life. I'm just
Sheesh.
going with the flow. That's a very dangerous person to be around.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a lost
That's
soul.
a very dangerous person to be in a relationship with.
Absolutely.
But
Because
that's
it's just
true.
like, at what point do you take accountability and do the work? It's hard work, but you got to do the work.
Honestly, for men, I know we won't really learn until we lose somebody.
Unfortunate. That is so unfortunate.
It's so unfortunate. And then once you lose somebody, you don't get the person you get back. Maybe you're lucky, God's will, you're lucky to get the same person back. But once you lose somebody, even if you get them back, you don't ever get them back.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
And I think that we could both speak on that because I've been that person that people have to lose,
Yeah.
but I never will understand why do they have to lose me for them to realize what they've lost? Because 9 times out of 10, like I said, it takes me a lot. It takes a lot for me to be like, all right, I'm done here.
Right,
But
right.
when I'm done here, I'm really done here.
Mhm.
And 9 times out of 10, it's just like, damn, like I didn't want it to, like I didn't want it to end up like this. Like I really liked you at some point.
Yes, I hear you.
But for yourself, sometimes you just gotta walk away from a situation sometimes.
There's no bigger lesson than experience, though. That's honestly what it is. Even for me personally, I've dealt with stuff that made me like go cold or like just forget about everything. Everything that I feel now, I forgot about it at one point. And even in doing that, you don't really know that you're even doing it until you like lose somebody. Like, so you lose them and it's just like, this I can't hide this no more. Like whatever was frozen before, that shit that melted. Like it's here again, and now you feel everything that you felt before, and it's too late.
Men and women is just like it's so opposite.
But we're
It's
different
crazy.
people though. Like, cause like I told
Yeah.
you guys have a different value than we have.
Yeah, I mean it is different, but I feel like we spoke about this before too. Once you find that happy medium, it could be something so
For sure.
great
For sure. If you-
across the board with relationships, with friendships, with anything. Because
Yes.
we're so different. Once we find a way to like really
Yeah.
come to that happy medium, it could be great.
That's why I've always been happy to have my female friends have given me a standard as far as being like that's also something else. I've like my mentors were music, movies, and the women around me. Whether I see the relationships you were in and like, nah, that's not cool, I shouldn't do that. Or just how to carry myself around women has also taught me how to be a man as well.
Interesting.
Like it's appearances, it's hygiene, like how to
Oh, yeah.
talk, how to treat. Like I get that from women. So my female friends kind of like help me. This I always go back to. Like men and women, we can definitely be friends. I have female friends that they drive me crazy. I don't want to go there with them. This is my man. Like I'm good here. Trust me. Like,
Yeah, now that you just made that point about some of your female friends teaching you, like how
for
to.
sure.
I'm starting to wonder, like, what if men have female friends who aren't the best people to learn from?
Well, that's possible too, especially those masculine women.
Damn, that's crazy.
It happens. But I usually pick, or I usually don't make a mistake with that, not too often. But my female friends,
You know.
all of my female friends I've ever had, they've all taught me something.
Yeah, I think all my male friends are dope. I probably have one male friend who's a dog. No, for real. But we're open about it. Like
Yeah, for sure.
we know what kind of person he is, and I just have to, unfortunately I'm that person that's like, yeah, no, like I don't agree with this.
Yeah.
I never did agree with it, and I try to understand where he comes from. But honestly, when I hear him talk, and that's probably as close as I want to get to somebody being real about being probably my friend, my dad, and my uncles.
Right.
That's as real as it's gonna get, and a lot of the problems be deep, and a lot of it also is just surface level. Like, I know one of my male friends who is a dog. He dealt with insecurity issues growing up.
Okay.
So in turn, he just on get back. He trying to get all his licks back.
Listen, that's a
He
tough
didn't
place
have
to be
this.
in.
He want it times 10 now.
Oh, I
That's
understand.
that's what he's on now. And then he also lacks the self control that you mentioned. So it's some of it, like I said, is surface level. Some of it is a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Some men, they egos get bruised because a girl in the past hurt them. So now, like I said, they want to get their lick back.
Oh, yeah.
They don't see women the same anymore. One person bruised you, and now it's just like, forget all these females.
I can tell you from experience, it's hard to snap out of that. It's hard to snap out of it. Not even a way of being disrespectful. I know for a long time, a woman even telling me she's happy with me, or happy with the situation, it's just like, yeah, all right, whatever. Like, okay. Like,
That was
we know what's gonna happen eventually. Like, yeah, it sounds cool. Oh, well, that sounds. Yeah.
Remember that healing post I told you?
Yes, the healing post yesterday was definitely mentioning that, but it was just like for me for a long time. Even now, like I have trouble with that.
Yes.
Like I brush it off. Like come on, let's not do that.
I brush things off. I make those comments. I love making those comments. It's something about it does something for me.
What?
In my mind, like having those comments, those sarcastic comments. Like if somebody say something, I'm low key throwing a low blow because
Yeah.
That- I
When you
do
guys
that.
do it, that hurt because like nobody even did nothing to you.
I
bro.
do that. No. Something has been done.
Right, but let's say the new guy you're talking to, if he's
Oh,
saying
I
all
wouldn't do
these-
that to a new person. I keep telling you, my hurt is attached to that person. I am coming for that person.
Gotcha.
I won't go around anybody else doing that.
So you never really forgive them. If you're doing that, you never really forgive them.
That's oof. I never learned how to forgive. That's something that I never really. To this day, I don't know how to forgive. I'm being honest.
That's toxic.
It's not toxic. This is my truth. This is not toxic.
No, I think it's toxic for you to still put somebody through it once you've moved past it.
Did I move past it though? Like I told you, I moved past it. If someone has hurt me, I can tell you right now, minimum a year, minimum. It takes me a long time to get over things.
I don't think it's fair for you to put a time on it.
No, I'm not. The reason why I am because I've been there and I knew how long it took the last time.
But maybe that person at work is hard to fix it than the person now could.
Guess what? These people don't work at all. It's on me to fix myself.
Okay, yes.
It's on me. This is assuming they do nothing. This is assuming that I am there because I want to be there, and I have to worry. How do you fix it? By change behavior? Like how do you fix it?
But why would you have me here if you dealing with this big elephant in a room that's weighing on you?
No. Let's assume we've spoken about the elephant.
Okay.
But then what actions do you put in place to make sure I'm good? I have to make sure I'm good. I have to do that work. The same way how we spoke about somebody traumatizing you, and you got to make sure you're good at the end of the day. It's the same thing. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. Am I going to believe you? You just sat here and said that you always blow things off because
Right.
you don't truly believe it. That's why you're blowing it off.
But should I still be in that if I feel that? Is my question to you.
The thing is, if you say like, okay, you want to move past it, wanting to move past it and being past it is two different things.
You don't think it's a decision?
It's a decision, but does it happen that fast?
No. Okay. Yes.
And that's the healing part we're talking about. Healing takes time. Are you following me?
I'm following, but I'm trying to understand. I've learned two things, right? I've learned that if somebody says that you hurt them, you hurt them. It don't matter what you feel. It don't matter what your intentions were.
Mm-hmm.
You hurt them. They take as much time as they need to tell you or figure it out that they hurt them. I get that. You hurt me. You sit here. You deal with it, or you don't deal with it, and we get past it. And we go our separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand that if I hurt somebody, it doesn't matter what my intentions were. If I have other intentions, I can discuss it after you've healed. I can discuss it on a lighter day. But right now, I hurt you. I stay here. I deal with your hurt.
Okay.
I get that. That's one side. But there's also a side where it's like, forgiveness in any other sort is like, once if you can't make the decision to forgive me, you gotta be like, okay, I gotta go do it on my own.
No, but what
'Cause you're dragging me along.
It's not about dragging someone along.
Okay.
What does forgiving someone look like? Explain it, since it's so simple.
I'm not saying it's simple. I'm saying it's a decision that's going to be made, and every day we're going to make a step forward in growth in this forgiveness. So if I did something, you can't hold it over my head again.
Right.
If
So
you
you're,
say
so,
you
so
forgive
you're
me.
telling me to forget.
No.
That's what it sounds like you're telling me.
You'll never
Because
forget, but you'll
if
forget.
while I'm healing, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
If someone is going through the process of healing,
Yes.
some days you're gonna wake up and whatever hurt you is gonna be all over your mind.
Right.
There's gonna be other days you wake up and it's not on your mind. There's gonna be days you wake up, half of the days on your mind, the other half of the days not. Like you can't control that.
But
You're
what
going,
does your
you're
partner
going
do?
through the motions. They have to deal with whatever I give them. That's their fault.
God,
That's their fault. They caused this problem. Whatever it is that I bring, they have to deal with it. That's their fault. I'm supposed to pretend like I'm all healed and I forgive you. So it don't work like that.
I don't. Okay, no.
It don't work
But
like that.
you don't think you should at least let them in?
Yeah, I could tell. That's what they don't like. That you gonna keep reminding them of what you did. Oh, they don't want to hear that shit.
I mean, let them in a way of where there's a solution.
What? That's the thing. You tell me the solution. What's the solution?
I don't know, but that's
It's
a
not-
hard,
that's what I'm
that's
saying,
a
it's
tough
not
place
easy.
for a man to sit in.
Yeah, it is, and it's up to you to both of y'all got to figure out. Do y'all want to deal with this? Because it's not easy. It's not easy.
So my question is, you don't think it's worth it to let it go? Not let it go to move. Not I don't want.
Yeah, because you don't have the right words. Exactly. Exactly.
You don't think it's worth it to move past it?
How do you do that? And listen, the reason why I'm being like this is because I don't know how to. I haven't figured it out. So if you got some pointers for me, let me know. But I don't have the answers for that yet. I don't know how to move past. I don't know how to let go. I feel like only time without being triggered is the only way I think that I'll be able to let that stuff go.
How the hell is it gonna be time with no trigger? Okay.
It sounds like you got to be perfect to me.
Right.
And that's
so,
hard.
and that's the case, most
Don't
people blow up the
fuck up to
relationship.
begin with. Exactly. Just don't fuck up to begin with because it's just not easy to repair it. It's not easy.
You know what's my problem? I've seen men get away with some murder. I've seen men get away with murder. Get away with murder.
It's not. People and a lot of people could take some stuff that other people can't take. So what this person deal breaker is and what that person murder looks like is not the same for the next person.
That's true too.
So
That's true too.
the scale is not the same in every situation.
I get that. That makes sense.
It's very different.
That makes sense. Oh, like,
That's
have you ever dealt with a guy that's just been like, that everybody looking like, yo, you still doing this? Like, he's wilding. Like,
I don't think so.
No?
I'm trying to think of what situations will cause people to do that.
yeah.
I would say in some of my relationships, whenever we broken up and people would be like, oh, why'd you guys break up or whatever the case may be. 9 times out of 10, they probably didn't know
Okay.
about what was going on.
Yeah.
I've never dealt with a guy who was like physically abusing me.
Okay.
I've never dealt with a guy who was chronically cheating on me.
Okay.
I've
So
never,
this is not really something that you'll. Okay, I get it.
I've never dealt with a guy like who had like a baby on me. I've never dealt with a guy who gave me like an STD. So obviously I'm throwing out the big no-nos or the big
Yeah.
deal breakers or whatever.
Yeah, I feel.
But I've dealt with guys who've hurt me, yes. But is it something that I could have looked past, worked through,
Yeah.
try to forgive? Yes, but like you said, it's never the same. That's one thing I can attest to.
You might as well blow it up. It's not the same.
It's never the same.
Gotta
It's
blow
never
it
the
up.
same. And the only way for it to be the same way that you first, you literally have to be perfect. And that's also something that depends on the person, because what may be good for you may not be good enough for the next person. So that also depends on who you're dealing with. But if you want the way how I feel about you to be good and to constantly just grow, never get like tainted, you really gotta be in your P's and Q's. And I try. Who am I to say that people can't be human? People make mistakes.
Yes.
But I just don't know how to forgive.
Do you?
I don't know how to forgive yet. I don't know how to. I wasn't taught. Like, I don't know how to forgive. Like, I don't know.
I think okay, so it's possible because I've seen people get married, and I've seen the speeches or the vows that men put up, like, oh, you know, oh, we've been through a lot, or I put you through a lot, and you. I want to know, like, damn, like, what? How y'all did that? Like,
And I was gonna talk about that earlier when I was talking about like how we're getting older and you kind of gotta compromise and all that stuff.
Right.
I feel like you really gotta pick your person who you're willing to go through hell with, because you're gonna go through hell.
okay,
Shit is gonna get hard.
right,
Different types of hard, but it's going to get hard. And you just gotta, I feel, before, I used to be like, nope, I can't do it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like it's too much. Da, da, da. I see relationships a little bit different now.
Can we emphasize on different types of hard? Because everybody's hard
It's not the same. Exactly. So some people, and like I said, certain people can't tolerate the same things. So some people will go through financial hardships and be like, this is not it. I'm done. No, I'm dead serious.
No, I hear you.
And then there's other people who could stick by their man while they're going through financial hardships. There's people who could deal with cheating, other people who can't deal with cheating. So
Yeah.
everyone has their own deal breakers. So I can't define it because, like you said, everything is different. But like I said, pick the person who you want to go through tough times with. You're not gonna find somebody who's not gonna give you a tough time. It's not. People are human.
Yeah.
You got to give them room to be human. Who are you to say that they can't do this and they can't do that? You just got to figure out if you're willing to stick with them through those things.
Yeah.
And that's where I am now. I'm trying to figure out who I'm willing to go through hell with and what that hell looks like.
Because I saw you guys, men, when we finally settle down, we settle down. We've thought of everything when we settle down. Even, and we'll still fuck up, which is crazy. We'll think of everything and still manage to cheat. But women, you guys have a bag full of guys of options. And you guys pick the best option out of that to decide who you're going to start fucking with. That's what you guys do, right? It's a question. I'm not going to make it seem like I know. Is that what happens? I think I saw like Ryan Gosling say something like that. He was like how when men finally decide to marry somebody, like we've taken the time. So when a man tells you that he wants to marry you, like it's important. But for women, it's like you guys pick the best option out of the pool of guys you have. What do you feel about that?
That's a good question. I would probably have
One
to
more
agree.
question.
I have to agree.
If you had a pool of guys, right? If you had a pool of guys, all of them lacking different things, all of them having different things going on with them, would you throw them all away, or would you pick one of those pool of guys that's in your pool to talk to?
Okay. I feel like if you move outside of this pool,
Mm-hmm.
you're only going into another pool. So no matter which way you go, you're going to have a pool of guys, right or wrong.
I feel like you're a dodger.
What am I dodging?
If you well, let me ask you the question again.
Mm-hmm.
If you had these 5 guys, right, with different things going on, would you rather? You're playing
Would you rather
goldfish.
settle?
You're playing goldfish, right? Or Uno. 5 different cars, not the same color,
Trash hand.
trash ass hand. Would you
I'm gonna-
rather throw this
I'm
hand
gonna pick
away?
I'm gonna pick and play.
Would you rather play this hand, pick and play, or would you rather start all over and get a new deck of cards, new hand?
That's a really good question, and I don't know what I'll do.
Nah, y'all be settling. That's all right.
It's not about settling.
If you play this hand with these 5 cards, you know something wrong with these cards.
Hold
you
on,
settling.
but that goes back to compromising. What's wrong with the person? Is it something you could deal with?
What if they're all boundaries of yours that you don't? What if they're all boundaries of yours? What if each person crosses a boundary of yours? Each person crosses something that, in your pit of your stomach, you just don't like. All 5 of them different ways.
Then I would have to agree with you. I would have to say we're gonna have to start this over.
You
You
sure?
got to get a new lineup.
You sure?
You got to get a new lineup. Yes.
I'm just saying that's not what usually happens. But
And but wait, and that's another thing. As you're growing,
yeah,
you're getting older, as you're finding yourself, as you dating with intent,
yes,
as you're aligned with yourself,
Right,
you will
okay.
learn those boundaries. Coming out, you're not gonna know your boundaries.
for sure.
You're gonna have to get burnt a few times. You're gonna
For sure.
have to like understand your body and understand how it feels when it's in certain environments and dealing with certain people.
For sure.
You have to learn that. That's not something that comes easily. So granted, some people never get it.
Yes.
But when people out here doing dumb shit, you gotta let them do it because it's a learning experience for them. That's how they figure out certain things.
Right.
So I'm trying to think of what's a boundary of mine that it's a non-negotiable for me.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
What if something that somebody's gonna come to you? Like, yo, he got this going on. You want to deal with that? What's gonna be like? Nah, imagine. Like, what's gonna be like? I'm not dealing with that. Like, what's
I'm
gonna
gonna tell you right now, I don't do gangbangers, drug dealers, scammers. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. I could put my. I'm not doing that. That's not my cup of tea. I'm not dealing with it. I don't care what else you got going on.
What if
I'm
you got
not
one
doing
that's trying to get out? Like, what if he just
No,
this
no,
and
I'm
this
past that.
With you, like,
I'm
this-
past that. No,
you make
no.
me want to.
I'm
like,
not the golden ticket. No, I'm not. No, no, I'm done. I'm not
No?
dealing with that. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not a trap queen. I'm not doing it. No. Not bailing you out. I'm not putting money in your books. I'm not doing
What if
it.
he all of that / rapper? Like, what if he about to
Ooh,
start?
I definitely do artists. No. No. No, those not my CeeLo type of people. I don't want no guy in the streets at all.
But everybody think they James St. Patrick.
Everybody think they changed that.
I'm not. I'm
do
not.
I have one?
I'm not doing that.
I think I don't really have anything particular. I think I'm at a point in my life where I when I'm in a relationship or I'm in love, I can allow somebody to.
No, we're talking about before you even get in love. The dating. What are you not accepting while you're dating?
Someone that makes me feel less than.
Okay.
Like I've grown to be aware of where I'm at. I don't go above it. I don't go below it. So I'm not gonna let anybody feel like what they have going on in their life is above what I got going on in my life. That's one thing I can't accept. I can't, and I don't like the way it feels.
You know what? I actually like that because I feel like now, in this day and age, everything is based on, like, what do you have to offer?
Right.
But nothing about, like, what you have to offer. You see what I'm saying? It's more like, what do you have to offer?
Yeah.
What's the tangibles? What can I see? What, you
Right.
know?
I've been cursed to be given the intangibles while I'm chasing the tangibles, and it's a hard thing to realize and accept. But I've grown to be like everybody's time is their time. But I'm definitely the guy that has the intangibles. So it's like women go their whole life, you know, they want this guy to have all these tangible things, get these guys, and then it's like, yo, he doesn't provide the intangibles.
Yeah.
So for some way,
I think you have to have a healthy balance.
yes,
And me personally, I'm willing to give and take with either end.
okay,
If you don't have the intangibles, obviously you can't not have nothing. But you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, I feel you.
and I'm willing to compromise. I really am. I've been in a situation with people who have the tangibles but don't have the intangibles, and I think that cut a little bit deeper sometimes because
Yes, I can see that.
it all depends on the type of person you are. Like, a lot of people are in these surface level, tangible-ish relationships.
For sure.
Because they look good together. Because it sounds good when somebody asks you what this person doing or what they got going on. It just sounds good and it looks good. And
Wait, can you repeat that?
Can you repeat that? Can you? If you can, it's fine. Okay.
I said that people get caught up with the tangibles and the looks of things. What looks good together, what sounds good, this person got this, that.
I'm telling you.
And sometimes they just, they want to build something off of that. And I feel like that's not a good foundation for a lasting relationship.
Yeah.
Because those
I just
tangibles.
wanted to air it.
Okay.
Because that shit is amazing. Like, niggas is sick.
Well, yeah, I just feel like you can't have that as the foundation of your relationship.
I've seen how relationships go. So it's like there's this big overall problem, right? Or big overall idea of you guys are not compatible, right? That's that overwhelming problem that's just there in a relationship, right? But then there's Christmas, there's New Year's, there's birthdays, there's Valentine's Day, there's all these things that, even though that's in the back of your mind and that's there, that's lit. Like, doing Christmas, let's do the
Yeah,
matching.
like pajamas,
yeah,
yeah.
Valentine's Day, all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So it's like you have these feelings, but it's just like
yeah.
you get distracted, and then
Yeah.
after a while, as years going by, and you realize at the end of it, when you
Yeah.
guys were never aligned.
Yeah, that right there is
So
real
that's
shit.
the idea of the tangibles right there.
That's real because I've been in situations like that. Like, I know that this person doesn't make me happy in some way, shape, or form,
Mhm.
and I might have expressed it,
Mhm.
and it might be getting worked on. But like I told you, I don't know how to forgive, so it's just constantly in my
Yeah.
head. It's living
Yeah.
in my head rent free. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just like, at what point do you say, just walk away? Like, it's not going nowhere. Y'all can't see past this. This person is trying,
Yeah.
and you are not letting up. So at what
Yeah.
point do you be like, like, sometimes you really gotta be depleted before you could walk away from some shit.
Yes, because the thing is, like you air quoted it. What if that person really is trying? And what if that's all they have,
And
and
it's just
that's
not
why
good
you
enough.
guys aren't aligned? And it's just
Yeah,
like you gotta
yeah.
realize, yo, that's not my person, and that's okay.
That hurts so bad.
Some guy don't even. It's gonna be another guy that's not even trying. This is just me. What do you mean?
Yeah.
But one guy is like trying.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
sometimes you're not aligned. You're not, and that's.
That sucks. Oh.
But it's better to be a realize, hey, you guys not aligned, you guys not compatible, and realize it now than go down later on in life unto, sign papers for homes and
I'm
sign
the
marriage
opposite,
licenses and have
yo.
kids and just like, yo, we're not aligned.
I need that to figure it out. Unfortunately, it's hard because in the beginning stages, if you're really dealing with this person, some way somehow, you have like low key this hope that it's gonna figure itself out. It's gonna be fine. Like,
And you have that in the beginning.
yeah,
So that's what we've been trying to tell to y'all.
I know.
Those are red flags. Those right there, those are fucking red flags. Those are red flags.
oh, that shit is crazy.
So people always say no, but you don't see the red flags at first.
No, you do.
Oh,
You
saw
do.
it. You didn't even have to see them. You felt them.
You do.
And
No,
were
you
like,
do. You do. You do. I talk to my female friends and like what you learn from past relationships and you moving on, you going to new ones. It's like all right, we're talking through this new relationship and we talk about the red flags and it's like, okay, so now what you gonna do? And it's kind of like you have the decision to see it through or to walk away.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to walk away when things did not blow up in your face. Sometimes you need the explosion to understand.
And that's horrible.
I think that's the problem with females.
Mm-hmm.
One day I'll probably get to the point where I'm like, you know.
But that's too fast. I don't want you to do that either.
See, once I'm already invested, it's like it's either yeah, no.
I don't want you to be
or-
like this matrix scanner, like, nope, doing that, nope, not doing that, nope, oh, he got that, nope, done. You can't do that.
So
You'll
then-
never find a guy.
You gotta. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta. So you want me to have feelings, but just not too much. Like
As you grow, honestly, like, because we all have insecurities, as you grow, as we grow, as people, certain things won't even bother us as much. Like, certain things that probably bothered you before in your relationship when you were younger probably don't bother you now.
damn.
But it's okay.
I hate talking because I just started thinking like.
Listen, I would rather you experience those things. I hate for somebody to walk away prematurely. Don't walk away when you're not ready. Especially, honestly, that's not what I'm saying. Don't be my friend and walk away prematurely, then come back to me again with the same stuff I just told you. I'd rather you just stay. I don't care what somebody has done to you. If he's not physically harming you, I'm sending you back.
That's
Don't
crazy.
come. I'm sending you back.
Just to go through emotional damage.
Yeah, because a little bit of you want to be there. Like, there's a part of you that want to be there, so it's just like, I gotta wait till that shit's all like dried out. Go ahead, go back.
That is so sad.
He hasn't hurt you that bad. You're not that tired.
That's sad.
You don't feel that empty. Go back.
Wow.
When you feel that way, honestly, 'cause when you feel it, you won't even talk to me. You're just gonna be gone. I'm gonna hit you up and like, what's going on?
No, that's true because 9 times out of 10 when I'm moving, I don't even talk about it.
Right.
Talk about.
Like, what happened to you on such and such? No, I'm not even on that. Look who I'm on now. Like, that's what the conversation would be like. So me,
Facts.
definitely no. If you come to me with your problems, I'm gonna find a way to send you back because I don't think you're ready yet. I don't think you're ready yet.
Oh, do you feel the same way about your male friends?
My male friends, you know what it is about my male friends? I don't know how to.
Do y'all even talk about y'all female problems?
Not as much as I talk to my female friends about it, but how do I put it? If it's something serious, like it'll hit the group chat, like, yo, blah blah blah, how should I approach this? But other than that, we're all different. We're all different, so like, we're all different, and we're all going for different things emotionally as far as relationships. I don't think I want the same thing that maybe Sean or maybe Javon. I don't.
So wait,
think I want
let
the same
me
thing.
ask you because you're a feeler. So when you going through stuff with your girl, like who do you go to?
Right. Even me, I don't go
Red
to
flag.
anybody. If I go to you or go to my going to myself is a red flag. I go to music.
Low key, because I only hit them up when it's some drastic shit.
Yeah, if it's
going on.
big, you
I
get come to
need
me.
Like if I need to chill out or some wild shit happen, then I'm gonna hit them up. But
What's wild shit? Like
wild
let's.
shit like yo, I'm about to kill this bitch. Like,
Whoa!
I'm about to
You
kill
see,
this,
he
it's crazy.
you always take things there like God.
Or it's like, yo, she did some shit. I want to see what y'all think. How should I move? Like, if there's some shit I really can't, I feel like I can't handle myself.
So let me ask you a question. Let's say that your intuition going crazy and you can't. You know, sometimes when your intuition talking to you, but you don't have no proof, you don't have a handle or anything, but you just got a feeling. What if you having one of those?
You know what I do.
Um,
I told her if I feel something, the best thing for me to do is that they think of the worst possible outcome.
I do the same.
The worst possible outcome, and I try to bring myself to accept it so that whatever happens, I was already thinking that it happened already. I'm not overthinking because I go to the worst possible scenario. If my intuition is telling me something, I don't ask you. I just go, and it's just that's where I'm at.
Okay, see,
So whatever comes, I know that's not
That's kind of
That's all I got.
crazy because once my intuition talks to me and I do all of that weird shit, it's like I can't talk to this person to act like I'm fine. Like I can't pretend like my intuition and just tell me something. Like
Nah,
But you're not gonna notice anyway.
we gotta unpack this.
You're not gonna notice a man being weird.
Yes, you do. Are you kidding me?
But we've always been weird.
nah, man.
We've always been weird. You're not gonna notice. You already think we don't talk about our feelings, so it's just gonna be, oh, you still not talking
I would
about it?
never bring it to her front door.
I don't
I'm
think.
not certain.
I don't think you'll notice.
Wow. So that's how y'all. This is
Because y'all automatically assume that we don't have any like feelings for stuff anyway, or we keep them bottled up anyway. So what makes you think today's gonna be the new day? Oh, he's being different today. Well, he's always being different sometimes. Or he's on one of those days, and it could be something big that's in here, but y'all just thinking something regular. But yeah,
That's
if our intuition
crazy.
feels something, I'm just gonna go to assume the worst, so I can prepare myself for it. I'd rather hurt myself before you do it. But that's just
Wow.
me. I've just grown to be that way.
Yeah, I can't hold it down. I'm sorry. If my intuition talking to me, I'm actually what's going on. And I'm going to demand that you tell me the truth because I know something is up. I don't got no proof, but I know. Do I sound crazy?
My thing is you're demanding the truth, and it's just like, what if he doesn't tell you what you think has happened, or he just told
Then
you?
we not going to be on good terms until you confess something. Because I know something is up.
How do you know that?
Because I know.
Whoa.
This is why you have an intuition.
No, this
It's
is-
there for a reason. So it's up to you if you want to play stupid or
This
not.
sound like some wild history that you
It's not wild.
Maybe that's a part of trauma a little bit too. Because what if he didn't do nothing at all?
I don't believe that.
Because your intuition said so.
You see, I'm not. Y'all not gonna make me sound crazy.
Nah, it's not, I just want to hear what you're saying.
I'm serious.
If your intuition tells you something's
Have
going on,
have your intuition ever steered you wrong?
you guys are too crafty. I would never know. What? You laugh. I would never know. I don't care what my intuition feels. I'm never gonna be able to figure out nothing. I'm not going through your phone. I'm not talking nobody down. So it's like whatever you did, you got it, bro.
And you're gonna smile in my face and act like you're okay? That's
I've
what- I
already
don't
put
think-
myself through the worst of it.
I don't think that that's okay.
If I'm going through your phone, I shouldn't be with you. Right?
Yeah, I can't go through your phone.
But I don't think that if you feel
many
something
people in
is
your
up
phone.
and you don't say anything, are we here? Like, like are we locked in for real?
That's not. I don't think that's the same thing.
Why is it not the same thing?
I mean-
haven't had every feeling that I have.
No.
Intuition is not an everyday feeling though. That's not
No.
something you get on a daily basis.
But imagine a man saying, I got my intuition. Like,
It's-
have you ever, what? Have you ever heard a man say, my intuition is telling me you was out there doing
You making it sound crazy.
Honestly, I do have this thing
you
where
making it sound
I
crazy.
realize now through my traumas and stuff, I have a problem with reassurance. Like I need to be reassured a lot for me to, because your slight change in behavior can make me think some stuff.
And that alone could feel so. Like, let's say your intuition is telling you because maybe you doing something a little different.
Right.
You come to me, you say, "Hey, I feel X, Y, and Z," and then that is the moment for me to then offer you reassurance.
But that's why I make it apparent in the beginning, so that if you notice that behavior, you can kind of lead me back. You should already know.
Why can't you be upfront with this is a part of communication. Talk, say what's up. Why I gotta sit there and Blue's Clues like what's up?
You know something's off. Okay, I'm not saying this is the right thing to do, right? I'm not saying that.
But it sounds like something that you do. I'm just giving you advice for
Just
the
some-
future to
right.
communicate.
It's like you know how I am, right? You know I have problem with reinsurance. Why I gotta say something? It's crazy because you guys always
Because
trying to
it's
read your mind, but when
communication.
it's time for y'all to read our minds, nobody want to read nothing.
It's communication. That's why you should say
But
something.
you know I have a problem with reassurance.
But how am I supposed to know that all your problems need to be reassured? Like, how I know it's not something else?
You know it's a fix.
You could have had a bad day. How I know it has to do something with
You know
that?
you know it's a fix.
But you could communicate.
That's true. That's true. But you can also stop doing what I think you're doing about doing what you were doing.
What if I don't?
You can also stop that. You can also stop doing that thing that I feel like you're doing. How you think I feel like you playing.
You got
can also-
issues. No.
You
got
can also stop doing that too. There's also that. There's also that.
Yo, you're crazy.
Same.
I mean, it is what it is. I feel like you're supposed to follow your intuition, and you feel like I'm supposed to pick up on you knowing about.
Listen, you don't even got. You don't know how many times guys get that feeling too. So it's kind of sometimes we just like don't care. But
I
not
feel like
don't
you
care.
guys are
just like
training
we're not,
yourself to do that.
But we trained ourselves for a long time not to care. You had to train a lot of things that hurt. So we've been doing that our whole lives.
Maybe I need to be a nigga then.
You guys are not built to be It doesn't fit you guys the same way it fits us. It's not the same thing.
But it's working.
You guys have a different volume than we have. You don't have the same Like it's a difference.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
I don't think we got enough time for that.
Don't do that. Yeah. This has been Now Imagine the podcast. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share our platform.